Raging inflation and runaway fuel and food prices have had a significant impact on nomads. In this video, Diane, a 65-year-old experienced solo van lifer, shares some things she is doing to address some of the current financial and emotional challenges on the road in a seemingly ever-changing environment. I think you will find her tips very helpful. And do tune in on March 26th for part 2, which is a tour of Diane's brilliant van build. And you don't want to miss the ongoing Financial Friday series that will focus on van life finances and how to achieve financial freedom on the road. Well, hello, Diane.
Hello, Carol.
Here we are again. You know, I am doing a series on a number of subjects, and one of them is what is happening to nomads now with everything that's happening or going on in the society at large. So with everything that's going on, price of gas, craziness going on, lack of campgrounds, sites often, do you think that becoming a nomad at this time was still the right decision for you?
I absolutely have no regrets. In fact, I feel because I have less to manage, less to pay for, my budget is very, very lean. I can be more flexible to the circumstances that are going on now. And I didn't have any foresight of that. When I was happening, I had a budget, and it is causing some creativity in my part to manage it now.
But you feel that in spite of everything, you have more, I guess, wiggle room because you don't have a mortgage and you can have more control over your finances, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, I don't have as many fixed costs. Of course, I have fixed costs. Everybody has fixed costs. The rest of it, the flexible costs, the gas being one of them. Being a nomad, gas is a big part of it. I might, I'm really in the process of trying to figure that out, staying longer at places, because this past year has been a lot of visiting friends, and I have been traveling a lot.
That's what I was going to ask you. What are you going to do different? Why don't we walk and talk so people can get some of the scenery in as we go?
All right.
We were going to be walking and talking a bit, but I'm not the greatest at walking and talking. But so we'll stop a little bit here. But what a beautiful view behind us. Isn't that amazing?
This is a gem. It seems like this is a gem in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But,
yes.
So tell me, you were saying that you don't regret it. I've lost track of exactly where we were, but so if I'm repeating some stuff, but you don't regret it, and you have more control over your finances. Mm-hmm. So before you did this, you also had a retail shop, you were telling me.
I did for the 10 years, until 2019. For 10 years, I owned a small shop in a small town on the eastern shore of Maryland, about 2,000 people. I had a little shop right downtown where I gave Reiki sessions, and I also did manicures and pedicures, and I made body products, and a lot of people would just stop in. It was a place where people would stop in and talk, and a lot of people would always tell me they felt better when they left.
That's a good thing.
I just was kind of like, wow, I always love being around people that I feel better about when I leave them. And to hear someone say that about me, probably planted a seed that's ending me up out here in some way.
We were just talking off camera, and you were sharing again some of the specific things that you're going to do to address what's going on right now. Would you like to share them? Could you share them with the viewers?
Yes. One of them would be staying put for a couple weeks at a time, which there's a lot of land in Arizona and Nevada that I can do that. Another one of them is not paying for campgrounds.
Okay.
Another one is continuing to cook in. I love to cook. That's a happy accident that I don't have to cut that out of my budget eating out.
You were saying that one of the things that you were going to do was leave California, and the reason being,
Oh, the gas prices, well over,
$5, over $5,
well over
yeah.
$5 right
Yeah.
now. I've seen it almost $6, at least $1 cheaper in
So-
the next states over.
So you're going to try and find places to stay
Yes.
where it's more economical for fuel.
Exactly. And one of the things that I really wanted to emphasize is, since I am not going into established campgrounds very much, I have joined this organization, Harvest Hosts, and they have also teamed up with Welcome Boondockers. And it is an online company where you pay a yearly fee and you can stay at over 5,000 wineries, museums, and people's driveways.
Oh yeah, with boondockers, yeah,
With
people.
boondockers, with people's driveways. It's all free. I was just in Baja. There's 2 Harvest Host wineries in Baja, Mexico, of all places.
Wow.
And it really has helped my budget, and also being out and feeling safe.
Yeah.
It's like boondocking, and it's at people's houses, so I feel safe.
So that's particularly important for a solo female traveling,
It is.
you know.
It is.
Now, you were also saying that in addition, doing the additional streams of income was going to be important. And some of the things you were sharing, would you like to share them with my viewers?
One of the thing is starting a YouTube channel and starting a Patreon for people who feel that me learning how to start a YouTube channel, but also capturing conversations of the beautiful people out here, is one income stream that I'm hoping that I can develop. Another one is that I can get a part-time job 3 months out of the year. I have done that. That's how I saved up the chunk of money that I am enjoying riding around with now. So that's always an option. And the amount that of income that I actually need, because of how I've downsized, is very minimal. So I'm very confident that I will find additional streams of income to come my way and be able to support me while I'm out here.
So about what percentage would you say your lifestyle on the road is of your sticks and bricks budget? Would it be 50%, 10%, 40%? What would you say?
I'm going to say a third.
A third.
I'm going to say a third.
That's substantial.
It's a substantial cut, and it's also allows me a lot of leeway in terms of when I go to the grocery store, I buy good food.
Mm-hmm.
I buy food that I can eat. If I want to buy something, because I only have a little van, I'm pretty limited about, if something comes in, something has to go out. So I don't buy much. But when I do have to buy something, I can search around and not be worried or not be concerned that price has to absolutely be the factor in the choices that I make.
So you don't have to focus on only cheap processed foods if you don't want to.
Exactly.
One of the things that you said that I think is probably the most impactful and perhaps the most helpful to anyone who's already on the road or perhaps being forced onto the road because of the social and economic conditions that are prevalent right now and increasing. You said that you don't let what's happening around you consume you. And I think that's really necessary right now because a lot of people are not able to keep the fear and anxiety at bay, and they're actually just sitting in it, being consumed by it. So what do you do to keep that from happening?
To keep that from happening, one of the biggest things I do is spend a lot of time in nature.
Okay.
That is very healing. The quietness helps me to quiet down inside. Another thing that I do is I have a Reiki practice, which is a spiritual practice, much like it is not a specific. There's a lot of things being riding around in a tin can, that can be catastrophe in just a blink of an eye. And what I'm finding out here is that because I stepped through the little, I'm going to say the little fear prickles as I was, because I didn't know that I was going to be ending up right here. I just knew, just take one step, just this seems right, that kind of a thing. Being out in nature and is what helps me to just stay, not letting these things just get me like a tsunami.
Okay.
And I have a Reiki practice, which is a meditative practice. There's a lot of spiritual practices out here. Reiki is right for me because it speaks to how I operate in the world. And basically what Reiki is just developing a relationship with both things that we can see around us and also the things that we can't. We are all multisensory beings, and the instinct, the intuition part of us, we have kind of let that wither at this time in the life. Because there's so much conflicting information, developing a relationship with our own intuition is crucial.
Well, thank you so much, Diane. And I don't know whether the tour of your van is going to air before this airs or afterwards, but regardless, you have to come see the tour of Diane's van. I'm calling it the Antique Roadshow van because you'll see when you see the tour why. And she has a special thing, a pull-out what is 800-pound slide?
800 pounds, yeah.
Okay, so you don't want to miss this tour of this creative, wonderful, beautiful lady. Thank you so much, Diane, and we'll see you down the road.
Thank you.